Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here with your live weather impact. We are tracking some cold air and a little bit of snow tonight into tomorrow for parts of the Carolinas. But the big story, I think, is going to be the wild ride we're going to go on this weekend. Pretty significant warm up for Saturday, then a pretty dramatic cool down. I mean, dramatic is probably an understatement. It's going to be an Arctic blast Sunday into Monday. So let's start first things first. And we'll talk a lot with Tim about this because this is going to be a much more impactful system for folks that live in the Triad and the northern mountains over towards the Triangle. So some of our northern counties could get clipped by this, but you see the Clipper system, it's diving south quickly. And if you've never heard the term Alberta Clipper, it's a common weather term for these fast-moving systems. They originate way up here in Alberta, Canada. That's where its origination comes from. And because they move so fast, like a clipper ship, they get the name Alberta Clipper. They're just fast-moving low-pressure systems, and they move with the jet stream, so they are racing. And so this snow looks like it's far away now, but trust me, it's making inroads into eastern Tennessee, into Kentucky as we speak. So temperatures right now, it's cold already. Upper 20s in the mountains. We've got 30s and 40s already here in the Piedmont. Certainly a chilly day. Temperatures topped out around 50. Tonight, this is mainly for the Charlotte area and the Piedmont. Will drop into the 30s by midnight, but eventually close to freezing by tomorrow morning. And then the overnight forecast, you see us dropping to lows, likely at or below freezing. So everybody should see a freeze tonight. That's really not the question mark. Now, we'll get to this Clipper system. You see the winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings. Part of this is for the Clipper, but also the Arctic front that's coming down, which could have another burst of snow. So you see that none of our counties in North Carolina have been added to this yet. I am not going to be shocked if we get some last-minute adds like Ashe County, Wilkes, Allegheny, maybe even Watauga County. And the reason why is I'll break this down in the future cast here. We'll go hour by hour, and you'll see the snow arriving after midnight. So it'll get here after midnight. So no issues this evening if you're traveling. We're already seeing some delays. I think Watauga County's on a 2-hour delay tomorrow. I wouldn't be shocked to see Ashe County and a couple counties added to this because the snow is moving pretty quickly into those areas overnight, and it will be slick because the temperature's not going to be above freezing. But notice that plume of snow, which extends through Wilkes County, Allegheny, Yadkin, Davie, over towards Guilford County. I mean, so we'll talk to Tim about this, but I think he's going to have some snowflakes tomorrow. And you can see, eventually, we'll see that snow. I'm going the wrong way here. We'll zoom back out. But you see how the snow, that little plume of snow, stretches over towards Raleigh and areas towards Kinston and even eastern North Carolina. So don't be surprised if we get a little bit of snow there. Then the Arctic front comes down Sunday. And I'm going to go into the future a little bit more so we can see that Arctic front. You see a little burst of snow there. Look at that. So that's why you have winter storm warnings up, because there's going to be a double wave of this, and that's cold air for Sunday. In fact, Sunday's going to be a tough forecast day because it'll be one of those weird ones where the high happens probably midnight before the day starts and the low happens the midnight following, kind of backwards. But you see the snowfall here. I'm going to stop this real quickly because we're going way too fast. Back it up. So the first batch of snow, this is the Saturday. Basically the snow that's coming in tonight into tomorrow. So I'll stop at Saturday morning because this would be snow that falls basically tomorrow. Notice a little bit of snow moving east, but then watch the next batch come in. This is actually with the Arctic front, and you can see it actually moves in fairly quickly and spreads more snow. So the mountains and foothills, we'll watch for maybe a secondary burst of snow there with the Arctic front. But tomorrow, this is for your Friday, low 50s in Charlotte, upper 40s, maybe mid 40s north, and maybe 30s up towards Tim. So across our area, we could have a 10 to 15 degree spread in temperatures, kind of a wild setup. All together, you'll see the front, the first one, this is the Clipper. Then here comes the Arctic front barreling through the Midwest, and that means business. That is going to be a serious front moving in. Now, there's the Arctic area. See that kind of aqua shade stuff that is up there? That is the below zero temperatures that are moving in to parts of Canada. They dive into the Midwest, the Great Lakes, and then push all the way down here into the Carolinas Sunday. So this is 5 p.m. Sunday. We've got single digits in the mountains and teens and 20s across the Piedmont. So incredibly cold air. And this lasts into Monday morning. So you're talking about some of the coldest air, not only of the season, but the entire year. We forget how warm the end of winter was last year. So January and February, it was not even that cold. Our coldest air all of last winter was about this same time, last December. So that was 2024. That wasn't 2025. Look at the wind chills. I mean, these are feel-like readings that are basically going to be 10 to 15 below zero in the mountains. We're probably going to see some kind of cold weather advisories issued for parts of the area. Even the Piedmont and the Charlotte area, this is some of the coldest air we've seen. So you got time to get ready for this. So what I would do is go ahead and start getting your house ready, detach those outdoor hoses, cover pipes and spigots, make sure any kind of crawl space pipes are sealed up, or has some heat down there, because this is going to be the real deal as it moves in. The heart of this will be Monday morning, but it's really Sunday night through all of Monday. I'm going to say all day Monday is a day you want to be alert for this, because we may never get out of the mid-30s. Low teens with wind chills even lower. And got to prepare yourself, your vehicle, your home. The 4 Ps we say: people, pets, plants, and pipes. And the plants I'm talking about, most people are like, what plants, Brad? They're all dead. It's the tropical. So if you have a tropical plant that usually needs extra protection in these cold snaps, this would be kind of the setup you would need. But as soon as it warms up, it cools off, it gets warm again. I mean, look at this turnaround. So this is the end of next week, going into the weekend before Christmas. This is all above average. So an above average for this time of year is anything in the upper 50s to near 60 and above. So this is a pretty dramatic swing in the pattern, and it's going to last through Christmas. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay warm through Christmas. So we got all this cold air early, kind of like last year. It was early, cold in December, then the pattern flipped, and we actually ended up being above normal or above average for December. We could do that same thing this year. So your weekend forecast, boy, the days could not be more different. 60 mild, 48, that's deceiving. That's probably going to happen when you're sleeping in the morning, and by evening it's in the 20s. Your Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day shows the cold air really filtering in Sunday night into Monday. By far the coldest air of the entire year and season. Stays pretty cold into Tuesday, but as soon as we hit Wednesday, it's a quick turnaround. We go from 30s to 60s in a matter of 48 hours. And I'm going to show you the 10-day forecast. This is a really warm stretch. This will take us into that weekend prior to Christmas, and it's going to be pretty mild. Temperatures up around 60, even low 60s. Morning lows generally down into the 30s and 40s as opposed to the cold air. So it's a wild ride this weekend, I know, but prepare yourself for that Arctic cold on Monday. And then after that, we should see some warmer temperatures.